Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're arriving at our destination shortly.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Bing? What's up? I'm just gonna say what's up the whole time. What's up? What's up? Anyways, I don't know if I've really ever flown this plane in X-Plane. I don't. I think I flew it for like 2 minutes, and I think I landed it like once when I first got it. But this airplane's pretty good. Overall, I don't think. I don't really have an opinion on it yet. I know Just Flight makes really good airplanes. You know, I have the other versions of these Pipers in Microsoft. I have the Turbo Arrows, which are very close on the inside. Thranda makes some pretty good stuff. I have a couple of planes that are Thranda design in Microsoft. The Britain Norman Trilander and the Islander, those are Thranda design. So yeah, I mean, the sound from FMOD is pretty damn good. FMOD makes some pretty good stuff. Like some of the games I was playing lately on Game Pass on Xbox or FMOD, Pressure Washer game, and there was another game I started playing. It might have been the Alter game. That Alter game is pretty dope. If you have a chance to try to play that game is pretty fun. Where you make like clones of yourself, but your clone starts, their mind breaks off from yours at a different part of your history. Like, so up to a certain point you have the same memories, and then it branches off and they have their own memory, even though you're like the same person. It's pretty wild. Anyways, you know, I am a big nerd. So this flight's actually is based off a real flight. So Florida Institute of Technology 637 from Melbourne, Florida to Orlando, Florida. Flying over Spacetown, USA, Titusville, come in for the landing. So these are the, I guess, the waypoints that it used. I don't agree with that because Awani is right here and Gakno is right up here. So we're gonna do a variation of this. We're gonna use Gakno but not Awani. We're gonna come up and kind of try to follow this same sort of route that is flying here. So let's go ahead and then we do have to file our VFR plan. We're supposed to do this no more than like 30 minutes before. So we're gonna activate it by saying, you know, clearance. I'm sorry, for ground, we're gonna say ground Piper November 520 Diego, which is my tail number that I made up. Based on the two of my favorite Raven players. 52 for Ray Lewis and number 20 for Ed Reed. You know, then we'll say at the general aviation ramp, VFR to Orlando, Sanford, with information, whatever the information is. So let's get into this airplane and get rolling here. Display capture, that off. Team sound on. Sound for. Sound for Sayintentions. Oh, is Sayintentions up, by the way? Yeah, they're up. Okay. All right, so we have Orlando, Melbourne. Let me now we're taking off from 9 right. That's pretty cool. The Florida Institute of Technology Aviation, they have like hideouts here. I think that's pretty dope that they have like their own kind of, you know, parking area. That's pretty cool. All right, customize weather. Let's download the real weather. That's good. Time of day is I guess like in the morning. All right, start with engines off. And I'm using this because the tail number is closest. I believe like an American one starts with N. I think G is over in Europe somewhere. Not sure where V is. And then they have this ZZ temp livery. I don't know what the fuck this is. It just looks like a shell. Like I don't know what unless this is like one that you can, because they have a way to make your own livery in this airplane. I'll show you in a minute. Hey man, hit like, hit subscribe. Close to 1,000 subscribers. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I've always been from the frame of mind with the channel that if people subscribe, they do. If they don't, they don't. I'm still going to do this, what I'm doing right now. I have the equipment for it. It's very easy to stream nowadays. I enjoy researching the flights. I enjoy learning the airplanes. I like making the flight plans. I'm cool. I'm cool with the whole thing. It won't explain. Yeah, bitch. I lowered some of the graphics settings on this. So I just started using this toolbar from NVIDIA, which shows my GPU usage. And at the normal settings for X-Plane 12, it said my GPU is at like 98%, which, I mean, that is what it is. I lowered it down, though, so now we're like in like the 70 range. I just don't want my graphics processor to be working that hard all the time. I didn't really notice a difference. I just changed a couple little things. Okay. Here we go. Yo, what's up, Keith? My God, it's been a minute since I've talked to you. How you doing, dude? Make sure I can hear stuff in here. Oh yeah, we can hear it. Yeah, props are clear. That's right. All right, let me yeah, a little warm is an understatement, man. It's brutal outside. It's not so much the heat like in Maryland where I'm at, man. It's the humidity. That humidity is something else. All right, let's put our fairings on. Let's remove, well, we'll leave all that stuff there for now. Let's get our weights and balances here. Let me see what SimBrief says. I think we have supposed to have like 200 pounds of fuel, I think. Let me see what SimBrief says. Yeah, 230 for our block of fuel. Fuel's at 141 now, so let's increase our fuel. Oh, that's a passenger. Here. 105 at 230 is the block of fuel. 110, 114. All right, that's close enough. All right, now we have to save it and load it. All right, now that should have put enough fuel in us. Instrument options, pop up yet. Engine configuration. That looks good. Static liveries, we're not making liveries. Configuration. Pitch. I believe I'm going to leave everything like this because I remember the last time I flew this airplane, I had to have like everything switched over to heavy because it was so light the way it was responding. Ground handling. Okay, very good. So let's get our checklist up. Let's close ground handling. All right, parking brake is set. All the avionics are off. Avionics switch, I believe, here off as well. Mixture. I gotta reverse that switch real quick. Hang on a second. Reverse that axis. Done. Okay, that's good. Magneto switches are off. Battery master on. Fuel gauges. We got plenty of fuel. Annunciator panel. Lights are on. Alright, battery switch off. Primary flight control operation. Let's make sure we can our in port, starboard, back, rudder pedal. Very good. Alright, let's make sure our trim is neutral. How come my trim wheel is not working? See something here. Instrument description. That's elevator trim. Let me try to fix this. This should be... Yeah, see, elevator trim, it should be working. Pilot rudder. Be working. Huh. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Maybe I just need to move it more. That's not working, the wheel. I wonder why the wheel... Flaps work. Well, you know what I might be able to do since I don't have spoilers. Maybe program 2 of the buttons for this. That's weird that the wheel's not working. That should always work. All right, let's reprogram 2 of the buttons. Trim, speed brake, and let's make this one trim. This elevator. Gyro pitch. Trim. Where's nose down? Trim, 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 roll. Oh. Mechanical. All right, pitch trim. Trim down. Okay, let's try you there. Let's try you trim. Apply. Done. Unpause it. Now it works. Very strange that the wheel doesn't work. Anyways. Baggage door, flap and aileron. Make sure this goes down. Flaps are down. Move the equipment. Aircraft option. Tie down. Docks. Window reflection. Tank check level. We already did that. Chocks, tow bar, low level, props. Oh, this is. Let's go next. Park and brake is set. Circuit breakers are. They all look good. Carburetor heat is off. Now, I do remember having to play with this here. Forget what this is. I think this is like some sort of friction lock. I see what that. Say what? Of course, it doesn't say what. Why would it? Why would it? Why would it? You know, come on, explain. But yeah, I believe this had to be like up or down to start the airplane. It's not anywhere in the booklets, but I remember having to move this friction. I think this is like some sort of friction lock. All right, let's all right, avionics is off. Fuel, select the tank. Oh, we just click on. Okay, so just click on right or left. All right, we'll do left. Hold start. Crack the throttle a little bit. Battery. Fuel pump on. Mixture full rich. Starter engaged. Magnetos both. Go. Very good. Throttles. Throttle 800 to 1200 RPMs. Let's put our throttle back just a little bit. All good. Here. Oil pressure is looking good. Fuel looking good. All right, very good. Let's go to the next page. Axing. So let's get our flight plan put in. Let's put our avionics on. That on. We'll put on lights. Collision. Standby. Careful. Equip. On. Nav one. Very good. All right, let's plug in our route here. It's just a couple of waypoints and shit. All right, flight plan. AMLB. Oh, there we go. It's a different button than different button on the mouse than Microsoft. All right. So after that we have COF. Let's type that in. Beach. Accept. Then we have ROTOW. I've been holding on to this flight for a while now. I've had like the thumbnail and everything made for probably a couple weeks now. I just new updates coming out from other airplanes and new airplanes coming out. I just was like, I just put this one on the back burner. All right, yeah, this is the last waypoint before our landing. No. CNO. After this waypoint, we're going to plug in our destination airport, which is Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Bravo. Kilo Sierra Foxtrot. Effort. Alright, accept. Go to procedures. Select approach. Doing ILS 9 left. With hip neck hopefully going to be our initial fix. Load that. Go back to procedures and let's put in our departure. MLB 7. And runway 9 right. Load. Okay, very good. And VNAV, you need to be at, I mean, we're only going to 4,000 feet today, so VNAV's not like that big of a deal, but we need to be at 2,000 feet by our initial air fix. We have a no PT at 2,000 feet, so let's put in 1,000. Mile before we gotta get rid of vector. Acno. Well, let me see how far out our fix is from Gacno. Gacno, so it's 24 miles. Okay. So let's do after 20 motherfucker. Do 23 miles. Heck no. 23 miles after Gacno. At this, I'd say 1,000. Okay. That is now good. Here we have a flight plan. Go back to I guess we have. Here we go. And menu, map track, data fields on, yes. Okay, very good. All right, and then let's get rid of any discontinuities or vectors. I believe there are some. Trying to bring up our actual flight plan. Activate leg, page. That's fucking, where did our flight plan go? Waypoint nav. I want this work the way it's supposed to. There we go. Okay. Chew in. Get rid of vectors. This Garmin works quite a bit differently than Microsoft. That vector. Okay, now I think our flight plan is all connected now. Yep, now we're all connected. Very good. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. All right, let's go ahead and contact ATIS. See what our settings are here in Sayintentions. So 132.55.
On kilo. Melbourne
Information
Orlando
kilo.
International Airport. Information kilo. 1653 Zulu. Wind 080.
All right, let's contact ground. 121.9. Where are we at? Melbourne. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. We got a problem. What button is this supposed to be doing? Oh, well, why did it sound like it was doing something inside the airplane?
637 Melbourne ground, please clarify your request or confirm your last transmission.
Yeah, Melbourne ground, Piper, November 5220 Diego at the general aviation ramp. IFR to Orlando Sanford. We have information kilo.
Tech 637, Piper, November 20 Diego, Melbourne ground, runway 90 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo 1 Charlie, squawk 1247.
Copy that, Melbourne ground, taxi via Alpha Bravo 1 Charlie, walk 1247, Piper, November 5220 Diego. Okay, that's good. Let me make sure our heading is fine. So we're at 180, 195-ish. What does it say here? 50, 60, yeah, see? All right, so 50, 60, so we're at like 160-ish. Okay, that's fine. And according to this, we are 163-ish. Okay, that's good. All right, let's taxi out. So for taxiing, we need to throttle, brakes. That's fine. And then do we have any run-ups? Yeah, we do. Okay. All right, let's put our taxi lights on. There. Put you, where'd you go? Back over there, and let's taxi out to 9 left. Or sorry, 9 right. All right, park and brake off. I guess we should put our flaps up. Leave 9 right as its way. altimeter. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't change the altimeter yet. Yeah, you're right about that. It is incorrect. Yeah, I'll change that here in a moment. I think we're going the right way, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll change the altimeter needle here in a moment. Yeah, definitely not correct. And this thing really scoots along the ground quick, man. Lord. I have it almost at idle, and there's alpha. There. Alright, 9 right is... Alright, what is our altimeter right now? 3017. That's bad. Run up. Check the magnetos. We'll pump off. Throttle all the way back. Battery master on. Carburetor heat mixture. Primer locked. Lap set. Rim. Off. Time. Best rate. Angles. Best rate. 7 fuel pump off. And for the power table. I think I have access to power tables, but we'll just use common sense. We'll make sure the we'll make sure we're not over stressing the engine. I think that's cool. The Florida Institute of Technology's got airplanes. I know colleges do have airplanes, but I think it's pretty cool that they have like a whole section of this airport, you know, just kind of dedicated to their parking of vehicles, airplanes. We're almost at the 9 right. Depending on how you look at it. Realize that arrow would actually... I should spend more time in this airplane. I should spend more time in X-Plane in general. X-Plane is such a pleasure. X-Plane is such a pleasure to use versus Microsoft. Like, there's pretty much never any problems. Everything starts up and works pretty much like right away. And we're almost there. We could probably take off over here, but we'll go to the end of the runway. We're going to leave flaps up for the takeoff. I don't really think you need flaps down on this takeoff. Runway is plenty long. We're not very heavy. Not wheel fairings. I mean, that's got to count for something. I think anything wheel fairings. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I guess maybe they do help a little bit with being a little more aerodynamic. I don't know if it really helps on takeoff. reworked helps save on fuel economy a little bit while you're flying. Big airport. Yeah, my GPU usage is only at like 65 right now. So I'm okay with it. What it was at 98%. I mean, I've been playing X-Plane the whole time with my GPU like almost maxing out. Which, I mean, it can handle it. I just don't want to. I don't like anything on my computer being at 98. Like, no, thank you. Before we contact the tower for takeoff, we'll do our for takeoff checklist. Make sure magneto drop isn't much. The run up the way that they asked us to. Have oh, the weather stream. Yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do those again. I'm a huge weather nerd, and yeah, I like doing those. Actually, they're a lot of fun. It's why is my vacuum light on? You know, it might maybe because our throttle's not up high enough. Me too, Keith. I watch a lot of Storm Chasers. Storm Chasers, and there's a couple of people I like watching, like Max Velocity is okay, and I like Ryan Y'all. But the other, you know, when I did it like a week ago, you know, like this Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio area, like nobody really ever covers that. And we get plenty of bad weather. So I know enough about weather radar to be able to talk about it where I don't sound like an idiot. You know, like I can tell when, you know, there's inflow, and I can look at a correlation coefficient and differential reflectivity, and you know, I can like look at all that kind of stuff and know what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, the last couple of nights have been awesome for storm chasers in like North Dakota, man. They had some huge tornadoes the last couple of days, like in North Dakota and Minnesota. There was one I watched the other day. I mean, it's a classic like funnel wedge at nighttime. The nighttime ones scare me the most, dude. Those like where it's like pitch black, you can't see anything, and then lightning hits, and then you see this huge, like ominous wedge just sitting there. I've only seen a tornado once. I saw a water spout once, and I've seen a tornado once. They're like essentially the same thing, but they happen at different places in Florida. We had a tornado near my house a couple weeks ago, about 6 miles from my house. All right, might have been the day I was streaming, actually. All right, let me bring up our checklist. All right, park and brake is set. All right, let's set the throttle to 1,000. Close enough. All right, magnetos, let's drop one. Make sure the other one doesn't drop more than 50. Suction is okay. Oil pressure's okay. Annunciator panel. Carburetor heated off, fuel pump. Back up. light is off. We can pump off. Pressure is good. Alright, let's throttle back down. Alright, batteries on. Light instruments, let's check those again. Park and brake on, so I can check the. Oh, whatever. Alright, fuel pump back on. Carburetor heat is off. Extra set. This could be the primer, actually. Could be primer. Latched. Accelerate. No, it doesn't say anything. No, you need flaps. All right, let's put our flaps down. Okay, and let me just look at what we do after. Alright, so fuel pump is on right now. During climb, fuel pump is off. Cruise. Okay, so let's close this out. Let's put our fuel pump back on. Oh, fuel pump is very good. Alright, let's let the tower know we're leaving. Melbourne Tower, Piper, 20 Diego at runway 9 right. Putting short, ready for departure. What's the name of my plane? Oh, TTF. That's right, I'm Tech 37.
Tech 637, Melbourne Tower, runway 9 right, wind 080 at 13, cleared for takeoff.
I do want to program in one frequency after we line up. 132.60. I want to program that, and that's going to be our departure. I see that was 135. Okay. Would be able to switch with the button. Beautiful. Love when that works properly. Alright, let's go. We've had better takeoffs, but we're in the air. That thing was real slippery on the ground. Oh. Feet off the rudder pedals now. Contact departure, Piper 220. What am I getting? Tech 37. I gotta get that down. Alright, Tech 37. Alright, let's switch. Melbourne departure, Tech 37, currently climbing through 1,000 feet for flight level of 4,000 feet.
Tech 637, Orlando approach radar contact.
I'm using the pitch trim wheel for us climbing. So I'm just, when I want to raise the nose, I just bend the wheel back a little bit, and that'll help us climb. Now we're on our flight path, so we can close this out here. I wish there was a way for that to pop up easier. Instead of having to click this and then I looked, I didn't see another. But you know what? Let me well, it's not a big deal. I was gonna go pause it again and it's 96. That's almost at 90s. That looks okay. 7 knots, close to that. Fuel pump is off. Fine. This plane is so nice. So nice just getting into an airplane and it just working. Last night's airplane moved. A lot of stuff to learn on that airplane. Absolutely.
Tech 637, Orlando departure, transition through the Coco. Patrick AFB Delta is approved. Remain this frequency.
What did he say to me? Transition, Coco Patrick. We're almost at 4,000 feet. It was tough finding real flights in this airplane. Going from one airport to another, a lot of the flights I saw, they were just flying like, you know, they would leave, like, I guess it was just for training. They would leave the airport and then circle back around and come back to it. All right, we got 1,000 feet to go on our climb. Let's give it a little more juice and. Let's, I think our fuel tanks are okay for now. So that's okay. Let's switch fuel tanks. Fuel pressure looks okay. Not really sure when to start leaning out the fuel. You can pull it back a little bit now. That helped a little bit, it looked like. Climb. And when we get to 4,000 feet, there's no button I know of for altitude. So we're just gonna do our best to trim out the airplane accordingly, so it'll kind of relatively stay at the right altitude by our trim wheel. Virgins. Reverse, approach, nav heading. We're on nav 1. On nav 1 and... Fuck. How did that happen? Let's go into heading mode. Move up our route again. And we're right here. Let's our throttle back a little bit. Let's nip down a bit. Try to stay, you know, no more than maybe 130 knots. Down a little bit. Up to our route. Up a little bit. Nav back on. I don't know how that switched to E-lock mode. Maybe I did it actually when I switched. Oh, that's what it was. This switch here. Okay. So this switch here switches you between, I guess this this mess of whatever this is here, I guess it's GPS mode, and nav 1 is a local one. Okay, no problem. Trimmed out okay. It looks like we're kind of relatively staying at the right. Bit. Very good. We picked up our route again. Our altitude is about cross route. That's fine. 3 hours of left. Back to the left hand. Balance. Hey, what up, Phoenix? Not a whole lot. Nothing new really. Just find this this Piper Arrow. Piper Warrior. Yeah, that sim was like, man, you know what, Jake? You need to take some time off. Let me just stop you from playing. That sucks, man. Hopefully the sim will cooperate a little bit later for you. Hey man, no, I just I don't really get a chance to fly too often around this time of day. Now, usually I'm doing shit, but had a little bit of time. I've been holding on to this flight for a while now. Oh. Well, maybe that's why it didn't work. The 730. Are you talking about the level up plane? I'm not sure which sim you're talking about and what plane. Are you talking about level up? Oh wow. The iFly. Oh yeah. That iFly one is pretty. Oh, in 2020, that should work pretty good in 2020. I tried it in 2024. It's okay, but that's weird that the cabin wouldn't load, but the cockpit wouldn't. That's weird. Maybe it is because you forgot to plug in. I mean, maybe that had something to do with it. All right, seems like we're trimmed okay. Kind of relatively staying at the right altitude. About VNAV, so we have VNAV 33 minutes. Holy shit! This. Give it any more. Let me see if playing with the mixture. There's right. Hey, yeah. As soon as you load in and you get ready, then something else goes offline. All right, I am cleaning out the mixture and our speed is increasing. Might have found a spot right here. That's too much. Give it a little more fuel. That's right. When all else fails, just restart the whole computer. We're looking good. We should be flying over Cape Canaveral. I don't really know how much of the ground is going to show up as like real, but we should be flying over Cape Canaveral. With the cloud cover now, it's going to be a little hard to see. We'll have a Q400 flight planned. It's a WestJet Encore flight. Oh, I gotcha. Hey man, I used to have some fun at camp, man, when I was a kid. Like I never wanted to go away, but once I got to camp, man, camp was lit. I used to love going. I raised my nose just a little bit because we're losing a little bit of altitude. Is it a co-ed camp or is it like, or is it just all dudes? hear you. You should identify as a woman and stay in the women's part of camp. Okay, so fuel pump needs to be on during land. Trim to 70 knots. Final approach speeds. Yeah, man. Show up at camp. Like, all right, Jake, you're over here with the dudes. I'm like, no, I identify as a woman. I identify as a girl. Let me stay in the girls' dorm. That's crazy that people can. Oh no, man! I identify as a dude, and then you got this girl with fucking double D's standing there in the men's locker room saying she identifies as a guy. Nope, that doesn't make sense. It does not compute. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's right, Keith. Yeah, I might have to switch to IFR. We'll see. Rated. I don't know what you're talking about being rated. I'm in Sayintentions, not using. I don't know what you're talking about being rated, dude. Rated? What you talking about, boy? Oh shit! My belly hit the yoke. Shit! That motherfucker! I was trying to plug my laptop in, and my belly hit the yoke. All right, hang on. Let's level out here. Fucking. Damn belly. All right, let me activate that. Let me get control of the airplane again. Rated anything pilot, dude. I'm a rated at home. I'm a at home sim rated pilot. I know you're joking, dude. I mean, I'm the greatest pilot in my house. All right, we should be Right, we still got about 30 minutes until we descend. Finish trimming. Gotta get up and plug in my computer, or my laptop, which I'm using to monitor chat. I want to make sure I'm trimmed okay before I get up. I think we're okay. Let's see what happens. One more click. One more click nose up, I think will work. Yeah, that looks. I'll be right back. Let me plug in my laptop. Hi-yo. Wait, no, I know your dad's a real pilot. I think that's dope. I mean, I wouldn't have changed my dad. My dad's passed away now, but I mean, I wouldn't have changed anything about my dad at all, other than maybe him like being like a pilot. Instead of, I mean, he owned his own business also, you know, so he was home a lot and usually there for me when I needed him. But I think that would have been dope as hell if he would have been like a real life pilot. Yeah, I got a couple more flights planned. Let me see if I can show my thumbnails. S up, display capture. So I think I just did that one. But we got 727's been updated. So we're gonna do a full flight over Canada. Per later flies in Canada, so we're probably going to be landing in Vancouver. I'm not sure where we're going to be taking off from. Got that one. We have this WestJet Encore flight from Prince George to Vancouver, 2400.
Tech 637, Orlando departure. Remain clear of the Orlando class Bravo airspace. Remain this frequency.
We have an Endeavour flight planned in the CRJ-9, and then we also have, that's the one we're doing here. Where is the Mountain Air one? I sworn I did that thumbnail. I have a Mountain Air flight as well, out in like, I want to say it's like out near San Juan and another island, Guadalupe and San Juan, but it's in the Cessna 408B, I think. Whatever that new kind of boxy looking Cessna is that's in Microsoft 2024. I forget the anyways, I had the flight saved. I just don't remember the name of it. Thumbnail somewhere. Alright, what'd that bitch say to me? What'd you say to me, boy? Stay clear of Bravo airspace. Okay, fine. That's fine, not a problem. We're gonna begin our descent in about 20 minutes. Speed up a little. Not too much longer until we land. We should be heading to after Roto. We have Gakno, and then we have our approach. Gakno to Ipnek, gonna be the way it goes. There's Gakno there. Carburetor heat. Interesting, the difference in sounds of the engine, like so pronounced. Yeah. Oh, you fucked up. That's the wrong number. This one's M something. Come on, Just Flight. Come on, bitch. With my old graphic settings, this probably would have been a lot clearer, but I turned down some of the graphics so my GPU wasn't, you know, maxed out the whole time. I would like to get a new GPU. I mean, the RTX that I have is pretty nice, the 4070, but I would really like to get that new 5050 or 5070. I would love to be able to plug that into my computer. Yeah, Central Mountain Air, I think is what it is. Let me, I have, you know what? Actually, I think I do have the thumbnail here. Hang on a second. I think I have it saved to where I actually make the thumbnails. Not there. Let me look at Outlook real quick. I know I have it saved somewhere. I just don't remember where I have it saved. But yeah, it's a Mountain Air flight. All right, name, modified. Newer to older. And name, column setting. Nope, that's not. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Oh no, that's not it. That's a picture of the airplane itself, but not the flight. NJM3. Nope, that's not it. Damn, I forget. I could have sworn I have this thing saved somewhere. Whoa. Maybe I didn't fit in the thumbnail. I could have sworn I made them. But yeah, it's a mountain air flight. It's MTN 7112 from Guadalupe to Puerto Rico. Yeah, mountain air cargo. Yeah, I didn't finish making the thumbnail yet for it. Okay, that's why I can't find it. But yeah, I think that's the next flight I'm gonna do. I've been holding on to that flight for a few weeks now as well. I just haven't done it yet. I always get ready to do it, same like as this flight, and then like a new update comes out for something. An update for the 727 or the Starship comes out or something else comes out, you know. All right, let me work on contacting this tower here. See what their frequency. It's space code. Pull up ASFB. Pull up their tower. All right. Yeah, no worries. Not going anywhere. Okay, north, south, 119,775. Tower on 120.3. 75. Stanford Tower, Tech 37, currently at 4,000 feet. Looking for the ILS approach for runway 09 left. Morning. Descend to maintain 3000, turn left heading 270 vectors for the ILS 9 left approach. Tech 7. Let's turn left heading 270 vectors. Turn off nav. Heading mode. Switch to unit nav 1. Block, and let's start descending. fuck just happened? Our instruments just went way out. Holy shit. Alright, let's just fly this bitch by hand. Let's turn back to 270. Let's descend. That was crazy, dude. All I did was hit the trim button once. Let's descend. Oh, carburetor heat, no shit. Wow, I didn't realize that was gonna. How did that ice so quickly? Wow. They weren't joking when they said add carburetor heat for descent, but it looked like it was an option. It didn't look like I had to do it. Wow, that was crazy. That's cool, though. That was fun. Let's get down to 3,000 feet, like. Any circuits out? No. Hope we can put on landing lights. Oh, wow. There we go. That was pretty wild. I don't agree with that carburetor ice doing that. There was no reason for that to happen. Their outside temperature, I mean, we're at 22 degrees Celsius. There's no way that would have iced up. I mean, come on, guy. For real. There's no reason for us to have those emergency procedures. All right, let's stick at 3,000 feet. We're just going to fly by hand the rest of this. Oh. Oh, pocket of air. That's the same kind of thing that happened when I was landing last night. I don't know if anybody caught that landing last night, but we were maybe like 50 feet, maybe 100 feet of ground, maybe 200 feet, and we had this wind gust come in, and like we were almost like the wings were almost vertical. All right, we can see our landing here. We're about parallel with our airport right now. trim be? Okay, I think we're about trimmed out right now. Or at least closer. Wow, that was cool. I've never had that before, where I've actually needed to like operate the carburetor heat. I mean, I've done it like on a DC6 or... What the fuck, man? Don't tell me my trim went all the way and reset. Oh, come on, guys. Why is my trim continually resetting? That's not fair. Come on, guys. Unless there's a problem with the trim. What is that? We're supposed to be at 95 degrees. I'm not even programmed 108.9. Shit. I'm like, why is the localizer not showing up? Ugh. No, that's 108.8. There we go. All right, we got to get above 2,000 feet again. Not gonna let this airplane take me out. I ain't going out like a punk. I'm not gonna let this Just Flight airplane take me out. I'm gonna land this bitch. Hopefully that horizon indicator will level back out at some point. That was crazy, dude. It was before. Alright, our ILS is oh, what the fuck, trim. That's gotta be a glitch with the airplane. There's no reason the trim should just automatically go all the way nose up, like, immediately. Without even touching the buttons. That's what's happening when that happens like that. That's from the nose trim just going all the way back. Like it goes all the way back to here. let's start making our turn toward the runway. I have to visually just do this because that horizon indicator is still not operating properly for what it looks like. Stanford Tech 37, what's our next vector for the ILS 9 left approach?
Tech 637, something went wrong on this end and I wasn't able to do the math on the vectoring approach. This has been reported as bug, but you'll need to get yourself to the approach fix.
Copy that. At the initial approach fix now, getting ready to capture a localizer for runway 9 left. Tech 37. No trim, what the fuck? See what that did? Man, what is going on, X-Plane? I always say nice things about you, and then you do the... Like a fucking crazy girlfriend that you just can't, like, you can't trust. You never know what she's gonna say. Look at our trim again. All the way up again. Is it dude? Crazy, man. I've never had an airplane do that before. Just throw the trim like all the way back. It makes it so tough to control airplane like properly. I think we're okay now. Now I have to fly like one hand on the yoke and one hand on the buttons for the trim, just so I can like trim down again real quickly when the plane just straight up in the air. See? It just did it again. What the fuck, man? Gotta be a glitch with the airplane. Whoa, airplane. A roller coaster just... And the airplane was doing so good for like so long. And then as soon as we started our descent, that's when all this crazy shit started happening. Let me turn the carburetor. Make our turn towards our runway. Boy, I am like scared as shit for this landing now. Like, what is gonna happen? Let me get my feet on the rudders. Turn towards runway. Down a little. I don't see any circuits out. I wonder why the trim is be nice if I I could use my trim wheel, but for some reason the trim wheel is not working in the airplane. Come on, trim. Stop fucking putting it all the way back. At least the horizon indicator now seems somewhat fixed. Might trim again. Bet you that trim is all the way back again. Yep, what the fuck, man? Gotta be some sort of glitch with the plane, like I have never seen it. Go trim again. It just did it again. Wow. So hard to control the airplane. Stop flying this broken goddamn motherfucker. Did it again. Whenever it jumps up like that, that's when the trim is resetting all the I think I see them. Can't wait to end. Airplane. And I had such nice things to say about this airplane. I did. I really did. Let me just make sure it's not something that I have programmed. Double. Multiple access. That's down. Runway. Unless I just had it programmed wrong. But it still doesn't explain why it pitches up all the way. I want to check the pitch out. That's working. Alright, let's Come on, trim. Work with me, baby. I know we're a little low for where we're supposed to be. I'm just glad we haven't crashed yet. Back in line with light slope. Down a little. No trim. If I was the Hulk right now, I'd be all green. Not bad. I'll take that for what happened on this flight today. I don't mind.
Check 637, welcome to Sanford. Contact ground on 121.35.
Contact ground, over. Hit for ground, Tech 37. Where am I going to park this airplane?
Tech 637, Sanford ground, taxi to general aviation parking via Lima.
We're just going to say this general aviation. Park next to the southwest. Go pretty. Gotta read. Alright, we'll just say this is general aviation. Okay, I can break. Hello. Parking brake is on. Think. Shut down, flaps retracted. They were already pump off. Avionics off. Off. Throttle closed. Good. Outside of the trim just doing its thing, man, that shit was crazy with the trim. What was happening? Look, the trim's all the way back up again. So whenever the plane was going like this, the trim was going all the way up like this, and I was constantly doing this the whole flight, like moving the trim down. And then every once in a while, it would go back straight up again, and then at least set this. The other airplane I bought at the same time I bought this airplane was this Flight Air Cherokee 140. It's not a bad little plane. Let me am I at KSFB? Not a bad little airplane. I haven't really flown it yet. I mean, when I first bought it, I flew it around for a couple of minutes and that was it. But I think it was like 20 bucks. Not a bad little airplane for 20 bucks. 24 bucks, I think it might have been. You know, it's got a pretty decent amount of equipment. Got a nice little Aspen avionics set here, which these sets are pretty nice. These Aspen avionics sets, they're pretty intuitive to use. The autopilot is pretty cool. You know, it's got working fuses, you know, and amps. Okay, I might do that, Jake. I'm getting ready to check out some weather right now. Oh, look, our trim is all the way fucked on this one, too. Look. Trim up. All right, well, here I can use the wheel, which is... Yeah, I might have to do a little flight in this airplane, too. Cherokee. It's a cool little plane. I mean, it was, I found it, like I said, on Just Flight for like 20 bucks. I like these Aspen aviation. I like being able to click on here and like it separately, you know, and you can still interact with it. Got it. Let me, I just want to check whether anything is happening otherwise. Radar Omega. Upper. See here. Bad weather in Canada. 5% tornado chance in Michigan and North Dakota, and a small. Oh, that's a flash flooding warning. That's not anything. Let me site models RRR. Get composite reflectivity. Let's just see what say here. That was at 3 a.m. What about maybe around 8 or 9 o'clock tonight? Or maybe we'll do a little weather action later. A lot of high pressure over here. This is what's bringing all the heat over in this area. Let's take a look at Cape. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at those. That is a lot of energy. It's 4,000 joules per kilogram. Oh, shit. They are gonna get pounded later if this stays like this. Holy. I wonder what the soundings look like. Self-composite. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's going to be, yeah, if you live in Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota today, like Fargo, over to Virginia, International Falls. I don't know what part of Canada it is. Red Lake, Dryden, and you need to pay. Just be weather aware later. That shit is crazy. Oh, Felicity. Wow. NCM. Oh, you're flying from okay, cool, man. I'll have to check that out. All right, I'm getting out of here. I got some shit to do today, and I'll be back tonight. I'm not sure if it's going to be weather or flying. It's probably going to be flying. Because, I mean, I could do weather, but I usually like to do weather when it's like in my backyard. You know, not in other backyard. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. It is fun to talk about. For me, I like talking about it. I just wish I could look at the sounding. You know what? I can look at the sounding, actually. Let me back to here. See. All right, let's go down here to sounding. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Holy shit. That's bad news bears for where we just looked at. The top of Minnesota, bottom of Canada. So this photograph here, anytime you see wind that's kind of like circular like that, that is bad. Holy shit. You got wind coming in from the northeast going southwest, then northwest, northeast. It's in a circular motion for the first couple thousand feet. And then you have all this area in here, which is warm air. So when it meets right here, where the dotted line meets this red line, that's like where the air temperature pretty much the same. And then it's warm air all the way up to like 13,000 kilometers, or 13 kilometers. This is the dew point here. Now, the one nice thing about this is that the dew point is much lower than air temperature, but it meets up right here at 1 kilometer, 850 millibars. So there could be some action. And the surface-based CAPE, I mean, it's not showing a lot of CAPE, but we just looked at it. Wow, left supercell. What is our bunkers? Bunkers right. Down sheet. Holy shit. Yeah. So stay weather aware. That's all I gotta say. Because whenever you see a photograph that looks kind of like this, usually there's going to be some circular wind going. And especially with this much energy. All this energy to create a storm. Wow. All right, I'm getting out of here. I will see y'all probably around like 8 o'clock East time tonight. Check out Jake. Go over to Phoenix's channel and watch him masterfully fly everybody from Saint Princess. What is the name of the what's the name of the island? Not St. Thomas, not St. Croix, not St. Bart's. What's TNCM? St. Julia, St. Martin. Thank you, Jake. Anyways, watch him masterfully fly whatever plane he's flying from St. Martin to Orlando. And just stay weather aware if you live in the north today or if you live in South Canada. So, yes, I will see you guys on the next. Oh, you're not live? Oh, never mind. He's not live. My bad. Well, anyways, wish Jake good luck. Anyways, all right, Jake, I'll talk to you all later. And thanks for tuning in. Whoever is going to watch, great. Hit like and subscribe. See ya.